You want to ship werewolves in London? You just like to ship people?
Why are you giving me such a hard time on my Hero Academia shirt when you are in fact a Bakugo stan?
I
I've seen the
am.
body pillow.
I do not have a
You
Bakudo
have a
body
body
pillow.
pillow.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you stick like sparklers in the side, and it's like he's almost here.
What the fuck? Why?
Oh no!
What? Welcome to Popcorn Buckets, everybody. The movie podcast that just starts off random, where we talk about body pillows and fireworks and My Hero Academia ships.
So I ship. Huh.
Uh,
Can I ask you a legitimate question about shipping?
yeah, go ahead.
Who do you actually ship in the show?
Oh, that's actually a good one. Oh, I did have one in headcanon that I did like. It was oh gosh, it was I'll have to answer you later. I there was actually one in my
Do
head.
you want me
that I
to start talking? Because I do have an idea on what I like and what I don't like.
Okay, go ahead.
I like the concept of All Might and Deku's mom.
Oh, dude, that one is that. There's
I like the concept of it. I know it's not canon because apparently Deku does have a dad. He's just in America and just is
Is he
like,
really?
"See ya, son."
Is he
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
I thought he was just a single mom.
I thought she was a single mom too, but no, apparently not.
Come on,
Um,
dude. All Might's way too invested into old Deku.
I like the Chaco and Deku. I like that.
That one's
I
canon. Yeah, I
think
like that
they
one.
would be cute together. Uh, one that I would really like is President Mike. Uh, the love triangle with the President Mike. I don't think it's canon, and nor do I think it will be. I enjoy the chaos of the idea of I forget her name, the joke lady and President Mike both wanting to like competing for Aizawa, and Aizawa being like, "No, I don't want to."
Oh yeah, the oh yeah.
I love the
President
little
Mike
fan
and the
stuff.
the
Yeah,
tool lady. That she's like, yeah. Remember when they
the
were
joke
doing?
lady, not tool lady. The joke lady, the tool lady is a child.
No, the lady that was big on building them equipment. The equipment teacher.
That is a child.
She's not a child. She and
The one you're thinking about is a man, and if it's not, then yeah, no, you're confused. You're thinking about the joke lady.
am I
The,
thinking about the joke lady?
yes,
Okay,
the girl that builds the equipment is a child.
not the pink hair one. That one is a child. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's always making jokes and she's being flirty with the professor with the I can drain your powers by looking at you.
Yeah, Aizawa.
Yeah, Aizawa. That was the ship I was thinking about. Thank you. I was like, there's a ship I really liked.
Yeah, I love the like fan stuff where it's like, oh, we're competing for Aizawa, and
Okay, that was kind of
Aizawa's just like, please do not. No to both of you. I'm just gonna sleep on the floor now. But Aizawa, you have to pick one of us.
no. I'm going to bed.
I certainly do not. I'm too tired for this.
And he's just like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
But he has all the energy when we need him the most, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna pull up.
Aizawa's going through shit.
I know. I'm waiting for season 7.
That man is more of a mummy than some of the mummies we see on popcorn buckets.
Oof. I know. I'm trying to. I finished season 6. I'm waiting for season 7 to get fully dubbed,
Yep.
so I can dive in.
All right, Devin.
All right.
What are we reviewing today?
We're reviewing 1935's Werewolf of London.
Yep.
God.
I think this is our first 35 film. No, it's not. Never mind.
Oh, it's not.
Phantom of the Opera was our first 62 film.
Mm.
I don't. Why am I doing this? I have a share drive with the times that we've have. Let's see. Um, Invisible Ray was our first 36. Invisible Man, first 33. The Mummy 32 was our first 32 film. Frankenstein was our first 31 film. The Mummy's Hand, first 1940s film. The Mummy's Tomb was our first 1942. The Wolfman, first 41 film. The Mummy's Ghost, first 1944 film. Godzilla, first 1954 film. Godzilla Raids Again, first 1955. Invasion of Body Snatchers, first 56. The Blob, first 1958. The Killer Shrews
Ugh.
was our first 1959 film. Devin loved that film,
Nah,
weirdly enough.
I was
You loved it
disappointed.
more than me.
I was disappointed,
You
but I
were
did love it at the
enjoying it.
time
No, you enjoyed it. You want to know why you enjoyed it?
because I thought I was about eating shrooms.
Did you say shrooms? That is not what you thought. You were like, oh, you're going to hate this, so I am going to enjoy this because I know you're going to suffer.
I mean, to each their own.
That's what you were doing. You were enjoying it because you're like, you're going to hate it so much. Have you watched it yet? You're going to hate this. Have you watched it yet? And I was like, no, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hate this. I'm gonna drive on this episode.
That was where you were at, Devin.
Ooh, excuse me.
I was Azawa in the ship.
And I'm just
I was like,
President Mike.
you're like, have you watched it yet? Oh my gosh, you are blonde too.
Hello.
And you're loud and have a microphone.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, all the things are coming together.
On how I like to be on stage.
I'm gonna go get my sleeping bag and reconsider my life decisions.
Dude, we for the life of us cannot find your weighted blanket.
It's like 20 pounds. How did you lose it?
We don't know where it is in this apartment.
Plot twist. Jay stole it for his anxiety.
Well, at least we know where it is. Because it's comfy. I was like, I kind of want to use it. And I was like,
yeah, it's good for anxiety.
I was just like, it's somewhere. I bet it's in that closet.
I have two on the bed, and like combined, they're like 40 pounds. Hannah cannot move my sheets to save her life.
Oh, poor Hannah.
She's like, how the fuck do you do this? And I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm just like yeeting them around like they don't weigh anything. And I'm like, my cozy little blankets. And she goes, they're too heavy. And then Luna will like grab onto them and like try to like pull them.
Really?
She can. Yeah.
It be like that sometimes.
Indeed. I really don't know what's happening. There's been like banging for the past 2 days. Since
Somebody's
about
moving.
like
Somebody's moving out next door.
No, it's like since 3 a.m.
Maintenance? No, not maintenance.
And it wasn't like one like bang. It was like at last night. It was just like doom, 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 and I'm like, the fuck are they doing? It's 2 a.m. They've been doing this for like hours. Yeah. All right, Devin.
Oh, sorry. I was like you. I was like, what to do?
What did we watch?
Oh, we watched the Werewolves in London. We've already said that, 1935. The weirdest werewolf movie I think we've ever watched.
What happens? Recap the movie.
Basically, it takes us to Egypt or whatever, which was a weird, because at first I was like, I know I'm not watching a mummy movie.
I don't
and
remember Egypt.
it was somewhere. I think it was Egypt, and I was like confused at first because it was like okay, and they were looking for a plant. Excuse me. They called it the Luna plant, and they were like, "This plant's got magical properties. I'm gonna use it for science." And one of the main character, Professor, I'm just gonna call him Professor. Professor so and so just started cutting up lamps when all of a sudden you see this god awful, like I don't know how you missed a big werewolf. Which, by the way, it shows this big old shadow just hovering over him.
Oh, let's not forget the hand. It's just he's like this, and it's just got like
Yeah, I
hair.
know, and it's
It's
just
like
like,
somebody glued a cheap wig onto his hand.
mm. But I'm just like, how are you scared when you're cutting up the Luna plant? You just see a, hey, what you doing? I'm gonna bite you because I can.
He's like,
Yeah,
and
he's just peeking
I'm
over.
just like, what? Like
Yeah,
he's just like wolfing out and like, I'm murderous, and I'm like, okay, little buddy, you're murderous now. Go play with your little plants.
here's your ball. Go play with President Mike in Oswald.
Yep.
He's just like, oh boy. God, it was just so bad. And then like he bit him, and he's just like, get off me. Hey, I'm okay. And they're like, hey, well, this plant, yada yada yada, and he transforms. And I, the one thing I did enjoy about this movie was I thought the prosthetics was neat for the time. I'm not saying it was super great, but I thought at the time for what they had, I was like, okay, it kind of transitioned neatly. But dude, I laughed so hard. Remember when he started transforming? He's walking down the street, and then like within the next frame, he just fully transformed.
Yep.
I died laughing. I don't know what it was. I just started laughing.
See, that's the thing. For every werewolf movie we
Yep.
review, there will be a different transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Like Twilight, they turn into like full wolves, and they just like strip down and then turn,
Mm-hmm.
and not like, oh, let me take my shirt off. Like, whoop,
I
my
mean,
clothes are gonna magically shoot off my body
I mean,
at Mach 5. Uh,
he's got to go.
and then Werewolf of the Wolfman is just like that.
Basically, he's just
Yeah.
being dramatic, and I'm like, okay,
And then one of my favorites, 2010, The Wolfman, is just yeah, and he's just like revving up, like he's about to do a Hulk transformation, and then this one is just he's just like that crackhead at 7-Eleven
I know.
tweaking over there in the corner.
I'm transforming.
I'm
Need my
like,
Luna plant.
and you're just like, okay,
Okay, I'm gonna keep backing up away from you.
hey, can somebody get their cocaine boyfriend over here? Like, he's got some shit tweaking over here.
But he's tweaking out for the 7-Eleven. He wants that Slurpee. Wait, was 7-Eleven known
Hey,
for the
you got
Slurpee?
any change, man?
Got any change, bro? I need something to drink. Yeah, I'm sure you do, little buddy. I'm sure you do, bro. I'm broke.
Yeah. Could you? I think you're good on recapping the movie. I'll go over my notes. I don't have a lot.
Okay, go ahead.
Almost no one in this film was British.
Yeah, dude, it was so terrible, and I was like, what is
I'm
going on?
sorry, my dear, but I am a British man. Transatlantic accent intensifies, and I'm like, no, you're not. No,
Oh,
you're.
yeah, they are.
So almost everybody in these movies, almost all of them take place in the same location in London, and all of them are like, "Ho ho! I am a British man." As I talk in like a New York accent. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? I'm from England.
I didn't think it was that bad now. Come on, you're being dramatic.
No, there was a couple times where it was like that, where it was like a side character like, "Hey, buddy, you don't look so good," and I'm like, What exactly part of England are you supposed to be from?
He's from Manchester, Bronx.
So every once in a while, I think the Invisible Man does a pretty good job, especially in the later movies where it's like, "Ho ho, I am from England," and I'm like, "You're trying to do an accent, but I'll give it to you because you're probably the best representation for an English person that we are going to get."
Oh yeah.
Um, one of them takes place in Mexico, believe it or not.
Let's go, Mexico.
Like Mexico starts getting like frequently brought up later on in like the Invisible Man films because I'm ahead of you. Um, and I'm just like, I feel like there's a Mexican tie-in here because there's also like at the time, there's a surge in films like The Girl from Mexico.
That
Uh,
one where it's like the two guys go save her because she got kidnapped by the cartel.
I don't know. Uh, there's a couple movies I haven't watched them. I need to like clarify this. There's a couple of movies that I was like looking through like during the time period where they're like the girl from Mexico, the guy from Mexico, the man from Mexico, and I'm like, we're not reviewing these, but why is this a thing?
Mm.
Because I was like looking at their acting credits, looking for like, I'm like, I've got to figure out some notes for these. So I started looking at people's acting credits, and I'm like, they're all in like Mexico movies, and I don't want to watch it because I know it's going to be racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be
So
like that sometimes.
mhm.
Although, look, I think the worst movie we watched this year is Evil Bong 420.
I hated that movie.
Can't wait for the sequel.
I can wait. I will wait.
You won't wait. You know we gotta watch The Killer Gingerbread Man and whatever takes place before that dumpster fire, and then we gotta revisit 420 so we don't miss the shocking plot.
Listen, here's the thing. If I'm going down in February to like see you, so if you want to put that down
You
for when
know
we,
darn well Hannah and Megan are like, what do y'all know?
I do not want to watch that with Hannah, let alone Megan.
I want to watch The Killer Gingerbread Man.
I, from what I saw, he wasn't much of a killer. He was just really into sex and boobs.
A man of culture.
Mhm.
God, that was disturbing.
His teeth were all fucked up.
Yeah, it was disturbing. Anyway, on to the next note.
It's dangerous to have an open electrical pulse like that.
Yes.
Like, I don't need to like mention this, but why?
Mm.
Like, for real though, like why? Like, yeah, cool sci-fi shit, but no, that is not safe. Somebody walked by wearing metal, zap. Oh, little Timmy died running around with a fork.
It'd be
Yeah.
like that.
The Venus flytrap is a carnivorous plant native to the temperature and subtropical wetlands of North Carolina
Oh,
and
really?
South Carolina. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Um, I assumed everybody knew that.
No.
Yeah, it's from like the Carolinas. Um, on east coast of the United States. Although various modern hybrids have created and cultivated, D. muscipula is the only species of the modern hybrids that have created and monotypic genus Doania. Specialized skills of capturing insects makes most of the carnivorous plants fuzzy, so keeping a Venus flytrap alive is a tricky business. You need copious amounts of acidic water, a terrarium to keep things humid, plenty of sunlight, and some nutrient poor soil.
It'd be like that.
Yep.
I honestly thought the plant thing was super weird. the whole plot. I was like, okay.
Okay, here's the thing.
I thought it was
I
weird.
I thought it made perfect sense, and I'm like, oh, this makes sense. The original folklore was you couldn't be bitten
Mm-hmm.
to turn. The original was you either got to be cursed by a witch
Yep.
or you had to like come across a wolf's bane and something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay, that checks out. Then and so like how he turned, I was like, okay, that makes sense. But the aftermath of him turning and like the story progression from there, I was like, you're falling a bit flat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, it's 35. Wolfman comes out in 41.
Yep.
It gets a bit more saucy and like improves the plot some, as we've seen.
Yep.
And we go from there.
Correct.
So yeah.
It'd be like that.
Not the best werewolf transformation, but we have seen so much worse, and we probably will see much worse.
Probably.
So I mean,
Which
it's
one do you
good.
think's the
It's
best
good for
one?
the time. I still believe that 2010
The
is the
yeah,
Wolfman is my favorite.
the extended cut that we watched.
Yes.
That comes out this year, right? Or am I just going crazy?
Yeah, it comes out this year.
Okay. I remember
Remember, we
recording it.
watched the Wolfman, and I think the 200th episode is the Wolfman 2010.
Okay. So I'm not going crazy.
No, we've done like by the time this comes out, we're in like the 2020s. Oh, sorry, 220s,
Okay.
like 220s.
Okay.
So yeah, the old lady throat punch that other old lady out and KO'd her when he was like trying to get that hotel room.
Yep.
She's like, "I've got a room. I also have a room."
Dude, that
So
was so stupid.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
I was just like, I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. I was just like, whatever. I was just trying to finish it. I'm like, I'm done. This movie is.
Yep. And then the timeline I thought was confusing because I was like, I don't know if this man is rapidly transforming or if it's just spanning like multiple full moons.
Yeah, that's like in the thing too. He's like, the moon, the plant, the moon, the plant, my love interest.
See, I thought it would have been like an interesting plot point if he was like, "Oh, I have fucked up with the artificial moon that I was working with for like Moonlight.
Mm,
Um, it's I've contracted these powers, and they're going a bit right. I can't control this," and it just like starts randomly transforming.
mm,
But no, there was like no explanation.
mm.
So, Devin, I'm out of notes, but let me look up to what else.
Do 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 boom boom.
So, IMDb rates this as 6.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes has it as a 79% on Tomato Meter. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Are you following me?
Yeah.
Popcorn Meter has
Yeah.
that at 45%.
I can kind of see it.
Yes. I I thought this was not good, okay?
Uh huh.
You follow me? I don't think this was good. I think this was an okay movie for the time.
Right.
Like one of those where like, well, it's date night,
It's on.
something to watch.
And
Um,
we've watched crazier.
yeah, I mean, it's jumping on the monster movie bandwagon that comics had at the time. Um, it's nothing good. It's nothing, but it's like low tier, middle of the road. Like it's on
Yeah.
one of those things that you watch and you zone in and out of, probably.
Yeah.
Devin, I'm giving this a 4.5.
I'm gonna kind of agree with you. because it's like it's not terrible, it's not great.
But
I
well,
don't want to give it a five.
here's the thing. I'm debating on whether I should bump it down.
Really?
Yeah, because I do think you bring up good point. This was not that good of a movie. It's below average, so I'm
Right.
thinking maybe like a 3.
I'll match with you.
Okay, you're gonna do a 3 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna match with you because it's like there's some cool science stuff. The acting was just like you said. You raise good points where it's like, oh, we're British, but it's like, oh man, we're really from New York, and it's just like, ugh. And the plant thing was just weird. The transformation was weird, and there's just some like off the wall scenes where you're like, what? It was just a hard watch sometimes, and I'm like, okay, this is just this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'm gonna match you and also give it a 3. But I
Okay.
also feel like we've watched a whole lot worse. But it's just like it's just man, give it a 3. Just go home. Call it a day.
Wait, is it? Hold up. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was confused about the title. Werewolf of London is sitting at a 6 out of 20, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, into that. Um,
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
all right, Devin. You know what else we've rated at a 6 out of 20?
I'm a cheerleader. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Mars Attack. Um, Lonely Summer. What we got?
So some of those we never reviewed. Some of those I don't know why you think we rated them so low because we didn't. Um, boy howdy. Um, yeah, I don't. What? Why that list that you just gave me?
I just fired off the top of my head. I was like,
So we did. So other things we rated a 6 out of 20. Ibra, Horror of the Deep,
ah,
Attack of the Crab Monsters,
ooh,
The Power of Grace, The Power of Grayskull, The Definitive History of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe,
I mean,
Twilight New Moon.
ugh.
And
And
you always
Megan's
get
rating it,
emotional when I bring up the next one.
which is
Oh, you weren't gonna guess?
no.
X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Ugh. I gotta hang that poster. It's literally over here to my right.
Yep. So yeah, those are the things. You wanna know what's interesting?
What's up?
Ibra, Horror of the Deep,
Mm,
The Power of Grayskull, Twilight New Moon, and Werewolf of London. Both of those, all of those, we've rated 3 out of 3. So yeah.
all right. Well, guys, as always, you can check me out on my podcast, the More Sports Podcast for everybody, as well as Kyle's show, The Random Hour, our pop culture podcast, where we had some awesome guests come on this year. And as always, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, where you can watch the
Why are you
video version.
mumbling?
I'm not, am I?
You're mumbling. You're like, if you guys want to go check us out.
Thank you. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, where you can watch the video versions of these episodes as well. And hey, subscribe to follow us on Instagram as Rendo Bucket Boys. And hey, we're on Twitter as Rendo Incorporated. And my last words are, this was an okay movie.